Hi, this is a video just introducing myself. My name is Jessica and I'm the new intern for Ear Candy. You may have watched the videos before with intern_Lauren, who was before me, and so now I guess I'm kind of carrying the torch forward, an extra outlet for Ear Candy, because I think a lot of the ethos of what Ear Candy is that they want to interact with the listeners, and I guess this is my way of doing that. And you guys should surely do a video response, though I think this is probably going to about reach 5 views, 2 of which don't even know what an ear candy is. I want to talk about a package I received today. Now, I was expecting this package about a month ago because I was moving into my dorm and I needed a mirror, so I bought one off of eBay and it shipped from China, and I should have known that it was going to take a month to deliver here because it's like halfway across the world. The size of the box, and I'm like, this cannot be the size of it. And I was hoping that it wasn't my mirror, but I'll let you guys see. Ready? Now, the seller must know the amount of disappointment their consumer is going to face, because all they did was take a picture of a mirror and put it online. And they neglected to mention the dimensions of the mirror, so here I am stuck with this, and what the hell am I supposed to do with this now? Look how pathetically small this is, and Barbie couldn't even use this as a full-length mirror, and I'm supposed to make practical use of it in my everyday life? I mean, I suppose I could do my makeup with it, one eyelash at a time, but no, since I'm Asian. Let this be a lesson to you. Don't buy things off of eBay. Well, let me retract that. Don't buy anything from eBay that ships from China, which is like 99% of the things anyway. So, I mean, let's be real. Things that come from China are usually smaller than most people expect them to be. I know that Halloween is long and gone, but I'm wearing my Ravenclaw cardigan. And yeah, so in senior year of high school I bought all this Harry Potter merch because I was Halloween. During that time I was Cho Chang, and since I already had half the costume, I'm wearing it now. A few months after that Halloween, there was the Harry Potter premiere, so you had to wear your Harry Potter gear and line up like 11 hours before the movie actually aired, and so I got to be Cho Chang then too, so that was my own way of justifying the Harry Potter merch that I wanted to buy. And I also have like a Gryffindor scarf. I have the Death Eater tattoos that go over here, and you know, it goes here because Voldemort summons his Death Eaters through the wrist, and then the dark clouds hover over and evil comes out. So I know that like it wasn't such a great purchase because you can't be Cho Chang one year and then have the next Halloween be Cho Chang again. So last year I was a fork for Halloween. I know, great ideas, keep them coming. And this year I wanted to be grapes for Halloween, and the idea was to attach like 50 green balloons to myself and then just walk around like, oh, a grape. But yeah, so that was the idea, and I think if you know anything about like college culture in New York, is that everybody wants to go clubbing and everybody wants to be in that scene, and so what you do during Halloween is you go out with your friends, usually in your costume, and usually you're like a slutty nurse or something, but no, I'm a grape. And I can't help but imagine the scenario that if I did go out and I was a grape, it would just be a disaster, because if you go to a club, you dance, and inevitably your grape ensemble would just look by the end of the night like you're wearing just a string of condoms. Like, it's gonna pop, and that's not really the place to wear it with all the friction. With all that helium that comes out of the balloons, there's just gonna be so much helium in the room, and so everybody would breathe that in, and then when they exhale, they speak. They're just going to sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks, you know, when it's like, or another scenario, there's just so much helium in the air that the club is just gonna lift and detach from the ground up and then fly away into the night sky. So it was a good thing I didn't go clubbing that night. I think that's how helium works. Yeah. No, but I actually have a very irrational fear of party balloons. That, like, when people rub up against them, it makes this abrasive sound that, I don't know, I just have this irrational fear of party balloons. That, like, the consequences of a balloon exploding is that of the consequences of a bomb exploding. The limbs flying everywhere in all sorts of directions. I don't know why I have this, like, rational fear in my head, but I get really nervous when people are, like, playing around with balloons and then makes that abrasive sound, and I just cringe. But so that's another irrational fear of mine, if you didn't know, and it kind of goes and coincides with the irrational fear I have with crows. Speaking of which, I had never seen a crow in Manhattan before, but the other day I saw 30 of them. They were all crowding around this grass area, and they're just hanging out, and I walked by and I'm, like, terrified, but I walked by nonetheless. And then, like, 10 minutes later, I walked past the same grass patch, and they're gone. They're gone. Like, I think I saturated this video with all too much craziness, but you can kind of see the subscription numbers going down. But yeah, if you want to watch me squirm in the future, I'm going to try to put one up after I record, so I look forward to doing more of these.